Hello, welcome to Chez 3.1. My name is Dr. Eric. I am a psychiatrist that happens to be religious, and I focus on helping high performers maintain a close connection to a higher power. This is Chez, my home, French for my home, and it is a place, again, where we talk about psychiatry and religion, and that's kind of the focus of this YouTube channel. So I want to talk about Chez 3.1, a couple of changes going to be happening to the channel. If you remember, the change from Chez 2.0 to 3.0 was, this big brand change, and at 3.0, I was going to focus on content that I really want to create that's really deep and complex and very thought out. And I really enjoy, making those videos and everything. The thing about 3.1 is that I realized that it would be nice to be able to focus on the content and not focus so much on this arbitrary deadline of posting something every month or every single week. The usual mantra is this idea of post on a regular basis and the YouTube algorithm will reward you. Right? That is what I've learned through the many other YouTube channels that's teaching me. And then the idea originally was to post every single day and make sure you post at least 10 minutes and make sure you do these certain things in order to get the blessings of the YouTube algorithm. And if you're not getting results, it means you have to you need more blessings from the YouTube algorithm. You need to do more things, and you do other things as well. And you need, better cameras and better lighting and more communication skills. You need to focus on what the audience wants, which is all perfectly fine. However, what ended up happening is this idea of chasing the algorithm for the algorithm's sake. And it began, making this kind of, again, an unnecessary deadline, because I really don't think it matters whether or not I post on the week or the week after or even 2 months after, as long as the content is really, really good. Sometimes, as I'm doing research for the ideas that I want to share, I kind of wish I had more time to do things, because sometimes the research itself requires me to do a little bit more in-depth analysis or kind of going down a rabbit hole to then present to you what's available. And what I found is that things really, really do well when the entire project is finished. So for example, when we look at the William James series, it's like 100 some videos long. If I would just scrunch it up into 5 or 20 main videos all released in the same day, I don't think the YouTube algorithm would have penalized me, so to speak. Or maybe it would have, but I kind of don't care. What I really care about is this idea of creating this space. What is the purpose of this space in the YouTube channel? And I realized that I would like very much to turn it into a a Chez library. I want to really get into dissecting books like William James, like Freud, but now the next one I'm going to dissect is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, where I really dissect the psychiatry and religious aspects of it and pull out the good parts to help you, as a high performer, maintain a close connection to a higher power. And I really, really want to do that, but does it make sense for me to then post something once every single week or kind of go along the way? From my perspective, it creates an unnecessary pressure of this time requirement, and I'd rather just do all the videos in one shot and then post it all in one day. It's like 15 hours worth, and it'll be done. And then wait a couple of months to then go to do the next book. And the next book might be easy. The next book might be really, really hard. I don't know. What I do know is that there doesn't seem to be a need for me to actually keep in line with the specific deadlines if my goal is to be a library for my thoughts and ideas. And this is in contrast to other people's goals in YouTube to be a YouTuber. If you want to be a YouTuber and make ad dollars, then obviously you need to post on a regular basis so that people can remember and kind of watch what you're going to have, and on a regular basis they see you, let's say, every week or whatever time frame you chose. However, I don't really want to be a YouTuber. I want to be somebody that has an intellectual thought leader in the space of psychiatry and religion to help people and really understand how wealth plays into the role of psychiatry and religion, how it all fits in our modern day. Please check out the Health, Wealth, and Prosperity video for more details on that. And I don't want this pressure of every single week or every single month to just put something just for the sake of putting something on. And it makes more sense for me to just put everything on when it's ready, and then people can binge watch whenever they want. I found it very frustrating for a lot of people to have only half of the William James series up and to say, hey, you gotta wait another 6 months for the rest of it to be on. The views didn't make any sense in that space, because the views would be low in the beginning because it wasn't even completed, and I would artificially wait for everything else to be done, when in actuality I could just release everything as a whole and just allow people to binge watch the whole entire thing on the day that I release it. So it makes more sense because this fits more with what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create thought content, thought videos to really challenge the way we see the world, and to share my insights on psychiatry and religion as it applies to our lives. And it makes a lot of sense, I feel, to turn this YouTube channel into the Chez library. A library where if you're reading a book that I've also read and really analyzed, you could read along with me and, you know, enjoy whatever it is that I have to say about it, and hopefully add some insight into the book in question. And you could let me know what next books you want to do, and if I have a whole list of books, then I'll just make more things. And the timeline will just be whenever the book is done, whenever the material is done, and I don't think that I will be penalized by the YouTube algorithm, and even if I am, I don't really care because I've learned that when you try to worship the social media gods or the YouTube gods or whatever it is, it often leads to a weird dynamic where you really have to bend to the will of whatever this amorphous thing tells you to do just for your livelihood. And I'm not about that. My livelihood is somewhere else, but I do want to share my content and my things. So, Chez 3.1, you know, I'm going to be posting whenever the items are ready, and right now I have a couple projects along the way. One is a simple piece on the Chez process that I talked about and alluded to before, and the other piece I'm working on is the Think and Grow Rich piece, where I plan to just put out all the content, however many hours that content is, just put it all out, and then it's done. So if you really miss me all the time, feel free to go to my Instagram. I will be posting things every single day, a small little snippet of something. I don't know. Instagram exists, and if you want to have interesting discussions, I guess find me on Facebook. I'm posting things there as well if you want to see me on a regular basis. And so every single social media that I'm doing will have a particular purpose. The YouTube video, as of right now, the YouTube channel is really for a library for people to come in and binge whatever book I'm going to be reviewing. The Facebook, right now I'm testing things out. I'm going to try to have just ethical questions, random ethical questions, just to have a nice discussion. The Instagram is going to have encouraging sort of poem type concepts that are there just as a motivational thing every single day. And then the newsletter, please sign up for my newsletter. That's for me to have a nice heart-to-heart, where every single Sunday I just write out 2 newsletters about my thoughts, and I just release them in the future, because I try to, have a backlog, and that ensures that I'm able to write something every single week. And it's just something to talk about. And if you want to check out my blog on previous newsletters that have existed, please check it out to see if you would enjoy the content in your mailbox. And that's just how I want to engage society, because essentially that's how I see myself fitting into the world. And for those that understand my channel, fitting into the world is about the spiritual aspects of myself. So I hope you enjoy that, and let me know if you really disagree entirely that I should really post things, like continue posting things on a regular basis, because it really changes your life. Let me know if that's the case, all right? So until next time, bye.